Hi mathematicians, this is Mrs. Del Rosario, and this week we're going into Distance Learning Week 6, so this is the first video of the week. As you recall, we first started talking about what mathematicians are and looking at math all around us. Last week we really focused on patterns. We wanted you to recognize how many patterns we do see throughout our life. We have patterns inside our houses, outside our houses, we saw patterns in nature, and we also discussed how patterns can help us solve math problems. This week our focus is going to be shapes. So here we go. Now I'm going to start by reviewing some important terms that will really help us when we're discussing shapes. The first term is side. When I say the side, you need to know what I'm talking about. So what is the side of the shape? Well, it is when one endpoint and another endpoint, it's the space in between both endpoints, right? Here's one side, I have another side, third side, fourth, and fifth. So this is a five-sided shape. Here, you'll see people draw lines on the side, and that helps them keep track of which ones they counted already. So what shape is this and how many sides does it have? That's right, it is a triangle and it has 3 sides. Another term you're going to need to know is vertice or corner. So these mean the same thing. People in maybe math class might call them vertices more, but probably when we're in our day-to-day life, we'd refer to them as corners. I need you guys to know both terms though. So a vertex of the shape is a point at which two or more edges meet. It is more commonly referred to as the corner. So here we go. We have this edge of the shape or side. So this side here and this side here meet at the corner or the vertex. If you're talking about just one, we would say vertex or corner. But if you're talking about more than one, we would say corners, or vertex becomes vertices. So that's why you see a vertex and a vertices. Vertices just means more than one. So again, the vertices are going to be here, all of the different corners. How many vertices does this shape have? Shout it out now. That's right, it has 3. How many vertices does this shape have? Shout it out. Good, it has 5 vertices. So we are also going to need to know the angle. Now, the number of sides, vertices, and angles are the attributes of a shape. They're the things that define the shape. In 2nd grade, it's not just enough to know the word triangle. We want you to understand also the attributes of the shape. So that way, when I give you some of the attributes, like, hey, I need you to tell me what shape it is, and this shape has 3 corners, 3 sides, and 3 angles, what shape could it be? Then you know it's a triangle. But before we get there, what is an angle? Well, an angle is formed when 2 lines meet at a shared point. For example, here is a shared point. This line and this line meet there. So this is called an angle. Here we have another line and the line meet. So at the corner, you see the inside is an angle. Here is another angle. This line and this line meet. So you might think of it as the vertices like the actual point, and the angle is the space inside between the 2 lines. So on this shape, we'd have an angle here, we have an angle here. Excuse me, scholars, I'm trying my best to write or to draw. There's an angle here, an angle here, and an angle here. So there's 5 angles on this shape. Here in our rectangle, we have 4 angles, and these are called a right angle because they make like a square. So if you see here, this angle makes kind of a curve, right? Because it goes like this. This is called a right angle. This line and this line are exactly perpendicular up and down. We don't need to remember all that. We just need to know that the inside part forms an angle. So this week, for Monday and Tuesday, we'd like you to look around your house and create a chart of all the different shapes you see. So organize them in a chart like this. It should have 3 different columns on it, and it should be labeled 3 sides and 3 angles, 4 sides and 4 angles, 5 sides and 5 angles. Then you're going to go around your house and see what you can find the different shapes. On my desk here, I see some Post-its, so I might put this on my chart. So I'm going to draw a quick little sketch of it. Then I'm going to label it Post-its. And I'm also going to label it, if you look at the Post-its, they're in a square, so I should put square next to it. So scholars, find as many shapes as you can, and I want you to put them on there. Do not just put one for each shape, that's not enough. I want you to go find at least, 15 different shapes, add them to your list, and on Tuesday, you're going to post your list to Padlet. Have fun finding your shapes.